should be like you, Mel.
Ultimate on-demand destination for the UK's best fan-led football podcasts.
Want authentic supporter insight on all things Bournemouth? Follow Up the Cherries in all departments on the TalkSport Fan Network.
Club-dedicated content created by the fans, for the fans.
Search TalkSport Fan Network.
Good morning, good afternoon, and good evening, Cherries fans from around the world. Please, firstly, allow me to apologise. This is now a Cherry PM today, not a Cherry AM. That was my fault this morning for a lack of internet. But welcome this evening. Please also say hello to my co-host as always, Malcolm. Hello, Malcolm. How are you?
Hi, Ollie. Hello, everybody in the chat. Yeah, all good, thanks. Yeah.
Good.
Mustn't grumble.
Good.
Bit of a riot this morning.
Yes, yeah. Apologies, all my fault.
we nearly had Darren on here actually.
Oh, did you? Oh, that would have been a funny step in on his work break, wouldn't it?
I'll send you a screenshot after the show.
Okay, thanks. Jamie Caines is already in the chat. Nice to see you there, Jamie. Evening, Ollie, Malcolm, Matt, or Craig. Looking forward to the show tonight. He says England versus Wales tonight. Score predictions, even though it's a friendly. Yeah, why not? We'll give some of those in a moment. And what do we reckon lineup will be for England versus Wales in a bit? See, I'll give you my score predictions, but lineup, I wouldn't even know where to start. As long as I see some Bournemouth players in the Welsh squad, and well, it's not going to be any in the English squad, is there? So not yet. Anyway, let's wait for Alex Scott's call up, but. Not for now, Jamie. Not for now.
That could happen at some point.
Absolutely, it's more than plausible. Yeah, especially with the way that he's playing, it's definitely possible. But tonight, we obviously wanted to make sure that we bring you relevant stuff that you're always going to be interested in, as always. So what we thought we'd do is give you kind of a high-level overview as to how the players that left us in the transfer market pre-season, how they're getting on. So the likes of Zabarnyi and Dino and Kerkez, the three main players that we'll be discussing tonight, essentially. Any more? I'm right in that, aren't I?
It's enough.
That's enough, yeah. That'll do.
That's enough. Yeah.
Yeah, let's crack on. So I guess the first one, really, I don't know where you want to start.
Well, give me one of three.
Let's go for Zabs.
How did you know he was on the first list? Yeah, actually, not bad. Obviously, you know, he was a player that PSG were after from the get-go, because he would fit into how they set up, basically.
Yeah.
Strong defender. Okay, top European team. You've got to have a solid defence. You really have. You know, it's not just about, you know, having players up front who can put the ball away. Basically, what I've done is just gone through the games they've had, and picked out their player rating.
Yep.
You know, so to give you an idea, a little bit up and down. He's not the best of the three, but not the worst. So, but he's had a couple of decent performances thrown in. So, yeah, if we take it from the top, Nantes away, he got 7.3. Second game against Angers at home, he was on the bench, so he didn't get a rating for that.
Yeah.
His lowest was actually away to Toulouse. He got 6.4. Now
Okay.
I don't know the dates on all these. I just put the opposition and whatever. Yeah. And then there's a couple of World Cup qualies that are thrown in as well. Home to France, he got 6.8, which is pretty good.
Decent.
International level. And then away to Azerbaijan, 6.7, so about the same. And he come back into the French league, and he home to Lyon, and he got 6.9.
Mm-hmm.
Champions League, Atalanta at home, 6.9 again. So hovering around the sevens most of the time.
I'm waiting to get to this Auxerre game.
Yeah, just coming on to that. Next one was Marseille away. He got a 7.1.
Nice, increasing.
Yeah. And then his top one was against Auxerre at home. He got an 8.1 and scored a goal.
What a goal, yeah.
So, pretty decent. And the last one was the Champions League last week, away to Barcelona, 7.8. Now, I don't know if anybody saw that. He won absolutely phenomenal block. The Barcelona player was through. I think he actually beat the keeper going to the right. And I don't know how Zabarnyi got back to actually clear it. The Barca player had a shot at goal, and somehow he got his body and boot in there. But absolutely phenomenal. That was like a wow moment. It really was. Yeah. Brilliant stuff. I think he's doing really good, actually.
Yeah, it's got all the right early signs, hasn't it? Obviously,
I think so.
Getting a first goal so early on as well, you don't really see every centre back do that, especially not in big teams like PSG. Doesn't tend to happen.
That's right. Yeah.
And I think it's still young. Stepping into a club with high competition, the expectations are higher. Champions League level, international, more intense matches.
Yeah.
I think it's really cool and nice to see that he's carried over his defensive strengths. But also clearly getting better and better as the games go on, having to adapt to that higher intensity and that higher level of football.
Go
on. Yeah, I was just going to say it's amazing. It's really good to see.
Yeah, I mean, he was at top level, wasn't he, with us? So to me, it's not a surprise that he's doing so well. Sort of really expected it. The same with Dino. You expect him to carry on carrying himself the way he was at Bournemouth. If you want to talk about Milos, you can. Difficult one, but I mean, he's doing all right-ish. I'll put it that way. I don't know what your views are, Ollie. So you're gonna have to spill the beans and say something.
Well, I mean, yeah. Let me hit these comments up first. Jamie Kane. Hopefully, see David Brooks playing for Wales. I can see many changes potentially for England tonight. Give some of the players that don't play much a chance, like maybe Pope in goal and Watkins. That's a good shout.
I think Watkins is going to start. I saw something pop up on the BBC site just now. So, because Harry Kane's got a knock, but he should be available for Tuesday apparently.
Oh, okay, nice. Liam Humby, evening, Ollie and Mel. I hope all is okay up the Cherries.
Hi, Liam. Good to see you.
Jamie Keynes, wonder what Dean Howson's best game is in a Madrid shirt has been so far this season.
We'll come on to that in a minute.
Yeah, we are, absolutely. I'm also intrigued at this one, Jamie, to be honest. And Dan Short says, evening, Ollie and Mel. Hope England beat Wales.
Evening, Dan. Yeah, well, just see how it goes. I mean, it's a friendly. I'm not over bothered.
No, and again, I've got a bit of a different look on internationals nowadays. It's less really about the international team itself and the scores that we get and the individual players that I'm keeping an eye on. It'd be good if we get a win tonight. That'd be fantastic. But yeah, I'd be even more excited to see Brooks on the pitch. That'd be amazing.
When you say we get a win, is that for Wales?
No, that's for England. I'm
Okay.
I'm still English. I'm still an English fan. I'm still an England boy.
I did wonder.
Yeah, give it a couple of years, and obviously, bear in mind, my firstborn is due to be born in Wales, so he will be Welsh.
Yeah.
So it'll be a split household, maybe. Who knows? Who knows? Oh, good effort, Dan. Just saying that he had a job interview and he got the job. Nice, love that. That's great.
Well
news.
done. That's good.
And Jamie Kane says, "Wonder if Christie will play against Belarus and potentially Gannon Doak."
Yeah, possibly. Yeah.
Can't see why they wouldn't. That's the thing. Can't see why they wouldn't get minutes on the pitch. Yeah, for sure.
They're gonna have to go offensive, aren't they? Scotland.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, and there's no reason why they shouldn't. I think that's the problem. We're not going to get on to Scotland internationals, but I watched a few of the previous Scotland games, and they came out with such force in the last few games, but they just had their tactics and strategy a tad wrong, and they got thumped each time. I'm waiting for the day that they come and take over, because they're a good team. They've got some good players, good management, and yeah, be exciting to see. But it is a conversation for another day. Coming back to the question that you asked me, go ahead.
One more comment from Dan Shaw. I'll give him the answer. More or less, Dan, is the answer to that. They play on Sunday. They're in top spot. They got a far superior goal difference compared to Madagascar, who are in second place. So look out for the results on Sunday. Yeah,
absolutely. Yeah, lots of internationals. Keep your eyes out on all of them. So I'm sure there's going to be some fantastic games.
So what was the question? Sorry.
So coming back to so we've done Zaba, and you asked me a question next, didn't you? You wanted me to sum something up. What was that?
What was that then, mate? Sorry.
No, I don't know. I can't remember either. I've been too taken away and had too much of a busy day. So let's crack on to the next person, shall we? And that is Dino.
You want to go Dino, do you?
No, Dino, yeah.
All right. Do you want me to go through them?
Yes, please. Yeah.
Yeah, you sure?
Yeah, absolutely.
Okay. Dino's the boy. Once again, player ratings.
Yep.
Playing from Real Madrid. So first game, 8.5 at home to Osasuna, which is a very, very strong start. He also got another one of those just to throw it in the mix. A 7.7 away to Real Oviedo, and an 8.0 at home to Mallorca. A couple of World Cup qualifications. Bulgaria away, 7.8 for the national team, and an 8.2 away to Turkey, which is really excellent. I think they stuffed them 5-0 or something, didn't they? If I remember right, yeah. Now he had a bit of a downer in the next game, away to Real Sociedad. Although they won, he got a red card. I think it was a last-ditch tackle. He was the last man, I think. And he got a 6.1, obviously, for that. So for him, quite disappointing. And then in the Champions League, 7.3 at home to Marseille, which is okay. Levante away, 7.8 back in the league. And his worst performance was Atletico Madrid away, and he got a 6.0. So, but I mean, they did get beat, didn't they? So I don't think even their top rating player didn't get much more than that. And then he shot up with an 8.5 again in the Champions League away to Kairat. Yeah. And the last one was 7.4 at home to Villarreal at the weekend, last weekend. So, yeah, super. If you look at his average, it's up there.
Yeah. And I mean, and again, very similar to Zab's, right? Still has almost carried over that physicality, still dominating in the air, still looks very mature for his age.
Very calm, actually.
Very
calm.
Much calmer, yeah. And that's almost down to agree or disagree with me, but having to adapt to this pressure at places like PSG and Madrid, right? You can't go in there with a heavy head or a reaction or an emotion. You have to be ready for everything to come. And it seems like they both have. They both have had a a really fantastic start to both of these new career paths. And
Definitely.
I really love it. Now, I know there's a reason that I've gone for those two names first before the third one, you see.
We still carry on with Dino. I mean, I have seen him play a couple of times because I do like to, being able to see so much football now.
Yeah.
I do like to watch, obviously, Dino play. I'm not a big fan of Real Madrid, but, if you get the chance to see him, see what he's about, it's always seemed, pretty cool for me.
Yeah, I bet. Yeah.
He's just carrying on the same way as he was at Bournemouth, even though it's a different level. His reading of the game. I mean, he's not quiet on the pitch, believe it or not, when things aren't as they should be. He's dictating who should go where, and he'll still carry that ball as well. Even in the Spanish league, he'll run with it into the opposition's half and try and set things up. So he's pretty damn good. I thoroughly enjoy watching him, to be honest with you.
Good.
Yeah.
I just had a question crop up in my mind then, right? So we give these players super high praise. Obviously, they've done the perfect stepping stone jump for their career. They've now entered into these clubs. They've made a name for themselves, and they're getting full-time starting minutes, right? What's the next step for them? Like, after 4 years at PSG and 4 years at Madrid, like
it's where their career's taken them. They want to be part of a very long process at that club, I would guess.
So again, you reckon it's more the longevity of the vision of somewhere and buy into a plan, a project.
And be very consistent in order to play for the national team as well.
Yeah, I guess that's probably every footballer's ultimate goal, isn't it?
So my guess is it won't. I don't think it'll happen with Zabarnyi, but at Dino, it's possible. Maybe a World Cup winners' medal.
That would be amazing, wouldn't it?
Wouldn't it just?
Yeah, wouldn't it?
And I would be absolutely thrilled to him if it happened. I really would.
Yeah. Yeah. Same.
It's an odd thing, really. I know we lose players, but I mean, obviously we've been following Bournemouth for years, and look how many's come and gone. But I think because of the quality of the players that we've had that recently moved on, they've stayed as long as possible at the club. And when they've had that opportunity, and not everybody's going to get a PSG or a Real Madrid, are they?
No.
So when the call is made and the price is right, you can't hold the player back. You can't begrudge him that move. And then the club will say, okay, if that's what you want, good luck to you. And they'll take the money, obviously, because the fees are good. The money they're bringing into the club as well. I mean, you can't hold them back. You certainly can't. It'd be different, I think, if they were all going to just Premier League. But
back and forth and flitting between each other. And
I mean, I don't get all that. Sorry. There are players that do it, don't they? Multiple Premier League clubs that they play for, but I just don't get it.
Yeah, no, and again, I echo that. I also don't necessarily get it unless you've worked your way into the Premier League and there's a specific team that you want to play for the rest of your career. Completely get that, but
it's your target, isn't it?
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, but I mean, some players at the minute you'll see go from they've been at City, Arsenal, and Liverpool, all three of them at some point. And you might see those players go and do a stint at Crystal Palace or at Everton, like a Jack Grealish, or all of a sudden they've had 5 different clubs under the belt in the Premier League. I agree with you. Mm-hmm. I'm going to hit the chat quickly. Jamie Kane says, I reckon it'd be a completely different setup to when we play Latvia away Tuesday, and hopefully Kane will be back for that.
Apparently he should be. So, according to the report.
Excellent. Yeah, good to see. Because let's be honest, he is another perfect example of a fantastic English football player that doesn't get treated properly in the Premier League. And there's a few of them now. We've had this conversation before, I think, in the Harry Kanes and Rashfords, and they're fantastic little players, and they're just not in the Premier League because It just didn't work for him. Interesting.
It is strange.
Yeah, it's an odd one. Jamie Keynes, it'd be interesting how Dean Huijsen does when he plays against Barcelona in the El Clasico.
El Clasico, yeah, against Real, yeah.
Yeah.
Always a battle. But I mean, what I've seen of him, Jamie, he's steady old, same old, but also taking it up to the next level. Yes, Premier League is probably a little bit better, sort of more physical than the Spanish League, La Liga. But I think technical ability of the Spaniards is just amazing to watch sometimes. If you get a chance to have a look back as a neutral, just have a look at Barcelona Paris Saint-Germain game. Just from a football perspective, to see how it's played, it's just unbelievable. It really was super football. And that's that's what we would like to see. But obviously, Premier League's a lot different. But nevertheless, it was an awesome game, and you couldn't predict a winner really. But
no, which is good. It's always good. Always good. I think recently I watched the was it Real Madrid against Atletico, possibly, and that was a stormer of a match. I think that finished 5-3 maybe, and it was just insane, back and forth. Every single bit of football, brilliant. Yeah. And with attacking prowess, every time finished on an attack at some side, at one side or the other, and exciting football. Jamie Keynes says most consistent player for the Cherries so far this season. Good.
Wow, that is a good question. There's a number of them, isn't there? Come on, Trofeo, Semenyo, Brooks.
I wouldn't say Semenyo, but I would say Brooks and Trofeo.
Semenyo's been consistent this season.
I'm not saying he's not been consistent, but I mean, if we're talking about all three of those, I reckon that Trofeo has been more consistent in every game, I think.
Yeah, okay,
But you're right, Semenyo's up there, like third, easily.
Tyler Adams,
yeah. Again, Senesi.
Alex Scott,
yeah. Brooks. All of them have been.
Diakite.
Yeah, all of them have been pretty good.
Yeah, so come on.
Yeah.
But it's what you want, isn't it?
Yeah. And for us to get asked that question and have to struggle that much.
Yeah, I mean, it is a struggle. It is a struggle. It would be easier to drop one or two out. There we are, from a starting 11.
Yes.
From consistency, level. But good question.
Yeah, very good.
Like it.
Very good question. Jamie Keynes also says, do you think Semenyo is a 100 million plus player for the Cherries? Now, this has been going around the last couple of days.
No.
Don't think he's there yet.
No.
He might have the potential to be our first £100 million player.
Can be. But I don't want to see it.
No, neither do I.
I want to see a cap on transfers, mate.
Yes, and I'd like it to not all just be about money. I'd like it. Let's be honest. If you were Semenyo and you had that kind of offer, you'd actually be a bit silly to not take it. I know you're playing for your career and you're getting enough money anyway, but when you have an offer like that, where they're probably 5 times the amount of wages that he's on at the moment, it takes a real important position for you to go, no, I'm on a path. I'm going to follow the path I've chosen over taking that enormous amount of money. And I wouldn't want to see someone like Semenyo fall and go, that's the deal I'll take, Now,
Semenyo, he's a very religious guy.
All
right. And God tells him what path to take. And this is what I like about him. Now, whether you're religious or not, it doesn't matter. You take it on board if you want to, if you're not, but you have to accept and respect whoever, okay? Which I do. And I don't think money is going to be an issue with him. I really don't. I think he's loving playing his football the way it's going, the trajectory he's on. You think back 3 years ago when he came in and everything, now he's gradually building up and building up. He won't get that probably the same freedom, the same service and everything at another club in the Prem, is my opinion.
Yeah, fair enough.
He also won't have the same family atmosphere around the club.
Yeah, very true.
You listen to his interviews and what he does, when he's outside football. I mean, he'll probably say in most interviews, he'll pick his camera up and just go out somewhere. It doesn't matter. You won't have a plan. You won't just say like maybe, I want to take pictures of this and that. It'll just happen when he's out and about. And that's his quiet moments, He does that. Gaming, he loves gaming. He says he can play into the middle of the night and all that rubbish. I mean, I think most of the players do, don't they? I couldn't do it, but
I think most of them are on FIFA. Yeah, most of them have their own pros and are online and do all that FIFA stuff. Yeah, I'd imagine so.
I'm lost by it. I haven't a clue, mate. I'm too old for all that. But you listen to his interviews that he's had, and there's a couple on, I think Ball Talk it's called, really, really worthwhile watching. Very humble guy, feet on the ground, and says it like it is from his perspective. He's just such a lovely fella.
Yeah.
And even people like at the ground, right, things he's done at the ground when they come out and everything else, I haven't heard anybody say a bad word about him. From as a person. So yeah,
nice. Yeah,
thumbs up for him, really.
Some news for everyone watching. We will actually be attending that ground together this month, won't we, Malcolm?
I was going to keep that till next week, but hey, okay.
Oh,
yes, I shall. Okay, come on, the cat's out the bag. I got some tickets for the Forest game. And I'll be over on the Friday beforehand. We'll meet up, Ollie, myself, and I think Craig and Matt are up for it as well. So, chaos in the Ted Mack stand, I think.
Very, very much looking forward to
it. We'll come on to that again next week. We'll give it a shout. Because obviously there'll be more people in the chat then, I think. And
sure.
Looking forward to it.
Yeah, very much so. Very much so. And we'll do a much bigger announcement next week, as you said. Jamie Keynes, hopefully the club will offer Andoni a new deal soon, as the way he celebrated the third goal in the Fulham game tells me he wants to stay. I'll be honest, Jamie, I didn't need to see that celebration to know he wants to stay. And at the same time, I think the club and Andoni are of an understanding that the club don't need to push contracts in front of him at the minute.
No,
he's got a job to do. He understands it. They understand it as well, believe it or not. And I think they're working together. And
it's what we mentioned the other day. It's the noise outside the club, isn't it?
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, he ain't going nowhere. He is not going anywhere. And by the looks of the start of this season, if we continue with the success that we've had, he's not going anywhere next season either. So I don't think there needs to be any concern whatsoever, or speculation to be created.
Yeah, I mean, it drives me nuts. There's just every day there's something either on Facebook or YouTube, and I just think to myself, what are you people talking about? It's just crazy. They're just trying to get more clicks than anybody else. Yeah, it's got to the stage now where I actually block a lot of these posts now.
Yeah,
because it's boring. There's no substance to what they're saying. They can't back it up, and obviously, all the trolls get on board. Just pathetic, to be honest with you. Exactly. It is pathetic. Yeah,
and then you end up getting sucked into conversations. And
I won't. I just got to see the headline.
Yeah,
and my blood pressure goes up. I think. But also seeing what Jamie said, that celebration after the third goal.
Yeah,
it was absolutely awesome. And it was like I said, I had goosebumps because I've never seen Andoni do that.
It was incredibly wholesome.
Wasn't it just? Yeah.
And it was almost like a build-up. It was almost like a build-up.
Well, he was following it, wasn't he, down the touchline?
Yeah. I mean, even the excitement. I mean, separate to the goal. I mean, because we haven't seen him explode with excitement.
We haven't.
Before, it's almost like everything that's happened for him has just come out all in one, and he's just brilliant. It's just passion to die for. It's exactly why I watched the game. I love it, absolutely love it. Jamie Keynes, appreciate you. Fantastic questions coming out there, mate. We are going to move on to the third player that we are yet to discuss this evening. Didn't leave the Premier League, which was a conversation we were discussing earlier, and he went over to Liverpool.
Hey ho, who was that then?
I'm not sure.
Yeah. Okay, well, I'll give my player ratings and you can tell me what you think afterwards, all right? So it's obviously Milos Kerkez. Started off pretty decent, actually, a Community Shield against Palace, although they lost 7.5, which for a starter, first game, I think was pretty decent for him.
Yeah.
And then they had to play Bournemouth. And he got 6.8 against us.
Was it really?
Yeah, I mean, we can go on to that in a minute. Newcastle away, 6.4.
Yeah.
Arsenal at home, we got 7.8, which actually was a really good performance from him.
Yeah, that's good.
Couple of qualities in the World Cup for Hungary. Ireland away, he got a 7.1. Portugal at home, he only got a 6.5. Yeah, his sort of form dipped a little bit after, went to Burnley away and got a 6.2. You're really looking sort of 6.8 upwards, really, aren't you? To be honest with you. So Champions League Atletico Madrid, he got 6.7, so he did step up a bit. And then the following week, Everton at home, 6.9. And then he tailed off again, Palace away, strange really, 5.9.
Oh.
Which is really pretty poor, isn't it? Champions League, Galatasaray away, 6.3. Same again against Chelsea last weekend, 6.3 away. So it's, if you look at his average, I mean, he doesn't really come up to 7, does he?
No, and I'm glad that you've left the comments on this one down to me, because boy, do I have some comments on him.
Good. Let's hear you.
I'm underwhelmed. I'm underwhelmed. And I know that me and you, Mal, we're pretty good at kind of delving into the psychological background things and what might be happening in a player's life to affect how they play and transfers and things like that. And underwhelming, I think, is the statement for me. I think there's flashes of quality, absolutely, like there always is, but there is a ton of growing pains in some of those early matches. Like he was substituted on one of them.
Yes, the
Burnley game. And I think I don't know if he got a yellow card, but I know he was throwing legs around everywhere. Fouls, there was mistakes defensively, and
I think he has been yellow carded.
Yeah, and look, don't get me wrong. He's a defender. He's got passion. There's aggression to him. He goes up and down, up and down. There's going to be mistakes made and there's going to be challenges that he gets penalised for. However, when we were just talking about Zaba and Dino, the change in them after they've moved, right? That's exactly what you would expect. Bournemouth to be the stepping stone. You get picked out by a club like PSG, Real Madrid or Liverpool, and you go and you get better and better and better. And it looks like they've both nailed that. Whereas it doesn't look like Kerkez is, in one way to put it, defensively disciplined enough for Liverpool's back four yet, in my opinion.
I mean, defensively, we know what he can do. We know what he's about.
Fantastic. He's brilliant. Yeah. But I'm just not seeing it.
Could it also be, that some of the other Liverpool players aren't on par?
It could be. Yeah. And again, it comes back to what I said at the start, right? It could be a ton of reasons.
Yeah.
I mean, let's be honest. Liverpool isn't Bournemouth.
No.
It's a massive change in environment, fans, everything. Absolutely.
Yeah.
Everything. Milos Kerkez isn't he's not a knob on the pitch, is he? For one way to put it. Like, he's a nice guy. So, I imagine things like that would affect him. environment, living space? Does his family like being in Liverpool away from Bournemouth? I imagine those are the kind of things that would impact a player like Milos Kerkez, as well as buy-in from the club. Maybe the other players,
Can he not speak Scouse?
Well, I've heard it's one of the toughest dialects to learn. So,
Sorry, I just thought I'd throw that in.
It's good. It's good. I think essential, separate to that, is consistency and obviously adjusting to Liverpool. I think obviously there's still a ton of time, but he hasn't had the same impact that Zabarnyi and Dino have had. No way. And I think he's been underwhelming for Liverpool and Liverpool fans. I think they were expecting a bit more.
Can it also be that, I know he's gone, but Diaz, if Diaz had stayed at the club, that would be the link up Kerkez Diaz out on the left.
Yeah, possibly.
Because he always had somebody, didn't he, at Bournemouth?
Yeah.
Whether it was Antoine or Brooksy or Tavs, swapping over, it didn't matter. There was always somebody there that linked the play up, and he could overlap, or balls from Cliver from the centre, out into space for him, stuff like that. It's very, very difficult.
And does this now? So obviously, when we break this down and this play a lot for Bournemouth, right? Does it now make you look at other teams and go, "Oh, you're missing a Clivert. Oh, you're missing a Semenyo." Do you know what I mean? And you're almost looking at teams like Liverpool now, Palace, Aston Villa, and I'm comparing what we have at Bournemouth and what we've managed to get to these other teams, and it's clear where they're missing certain characteristics or abilities in the pitch.
Yeah,
it's super clear.
There's also another really, and it must be pointed out, that these clubs, they spend stupid amounts of money for players.
Yeah.
And when you see the likes of, Brentford was the exception because they spent a fortune for somebody who wants to sit on the bench. But it's Brighton, Brentford, Fulham. Let's just go for those three because they're like the clubs around us, or even Palace, like you say.
Mm-hmm.
They don't spend mega bucks. They look for players who are suitable to their systems.
Yeah.
And as long as the player ticks all the boxes and that they want to come and join the club because it is a very good prospect for them.
Yeah.
Then they will do it. They'll say, why do I need to go to Liverpool when I've got probably as much chance of playing maybe an FA Cup game?
Exactly.
Or just spend the season sitting on the bench.
And this is the thing, isn't it? Is every club has different priorities at the same time as well. So, like, we had the likes of Bill Foley come in with a 5-year plan, which I know we're due to do a show on at some point, so I won't go into my thoughts on that in a moment. But then you've got likes of Palace who brought in Oliver Glasner, right? And that wasn't a 5-year plan, was it? So that was just to get stability and to get out of a relegation battle.
That's right.
So every single club comes into a new season with different priorities, different achievables, different KPIs at the end of the season, and some players might not fit in with that. Yeah, as you said, it's an interesting one. It's an interesting environment to watch and watch it all adapt and try and play with each other. Yeah, it's fascinating.
I mean, I looked at obviously, I follow it all the way through the summer. The ongoing sagas of transfers, but the quality of players Liverpool brought in, I really thought they were going to steamroll. I really did. I couldn't envisage Verts not performing or underperforming, if you like. That was a strange one for me. I still don't get why Isaac went there, because they got Ekitike there. As their main striker who is performing. Do you think they've thrown a lot of money out the window?
Yeah, I do. Yeah, because what was the other one? Florian Wirtz also brought in
Frimpong. Frimpong at fullback.
Well, yeah. So they've spent a ton of money, and now my local pub, where sometimes I go and watch the Bournemouth game, is a Liverpool fans pub owned by a Liverpool fan, and Liverpool all over the walls. And every time Isaac misses a shot, they all go, "Oh, well, that's 125 million, well worth it, then, isn't it?" Every single time he does something that isn't perfect, he's scrutinised. And I don't think that's the best environment for a striker to be scoring goals in. So I think that whole thing is turned sour now.
Yeah.
I don't think it's going to look good.
Do you think they snapped him up so that he didn't go anywhere else?
I don't know, because if that's the case, then that's dumb. You're right. There's too much money being thrown around, and it's a stupid internal politics game. That's not football. That to me isn't football. To me, if that was the case, Liverpool should have gone, right, we've just won the league. We don't want Isaac. He doesn't want to be at Newcastle. Let him go to City or Arsenal or somewhere else and give us a real challenge. If we've just bought Frimpong and Wirtz and all these other players, they obviously know that they're entering into a successful time with Arnie Slot. So I don't get the thought process of going, let's. No, I don't get it. I don't get it at all.
I'm sorry, but I don't think he's worth 100 million.
No, neither do I. No,
I really don't.
This is a big shout, right? But I would have. I don't know if this is going to upset some people, but I would have preferred Ivan Toney to have stayed in the Premier League than Isaac.
Yeah, I bet he would as well. Or would he bet? Sorry.
Yeah, exactly. Good one.
Yeah. I mean, they actually read something about him the other day, about him coming back. Was it that Thomas Frank wants him at Tottenham?
Oh, does he? I don't know. I love Ivan Toney. I think he's a fantastic player. I think, again, he's one of these English football players that got ostracised too early for a number of different reasons.
Yeah, I mean, he knows he made mistakes. Come on.
Yeah, exactly. But then after his mistake, he came back and he was good. He was falling back in, and I don't know. I think Saudi, again, it's a money game, isn't it? Because Saudi are trying to buy a football league and buy screen time and buy advertisement. So we could go on about this all night, man.
Of course we could. Anyway, we covered the main things, which was the topic which we wanted.
Yeah, that's it. Yeah, exactly.
And it's good that Jamie's in the chat. So I think he's put a few more comments in there. So
yes, indeed. Yeah, Milos was lucky not to be sent off for Liverpool when they played Burnley, I believe. When they played us on an opening game of the season.
Yeah, could have done, but no, it's all right. Come on.
Yeah.
Senesi was the same with the handball, wasn't it? Come on.
Yeah, and I'm not sure if everyone's aware, right? But if we don't take into account the Liverpool result, we would be top of the league.
It's strange, isn't it?
Madness, isn't it? Absolutely crazy.
Yeah, but I'm not.
Go on.
I'm just looking at the points and take the next game as it comes, as always.
Yeah, I know. Glass half full, week by week, mate. I know how you work. Jamie Kane said, "I'm amazed that Liverpool didn't break FFP rules. To be honest, if it was us, no doubt we would get punished for spending that amount, the amount Liverpool did."
I mean, it's a good point, but they didn't spend anything last season.
Exactly,
and then the money they're spending, they can have that over 3 or 4 seasons, can't they?
That's absolutely
right. So break it down. I think it's very good business, actually, what they've done.
I think in regards financially for the club and in a benefit for the club, absolutely. Yeah. Recruitment as a whole, I'm not 100% sure of yet, but
no, I mean, time will tell with that, won't it?
Yeah, but you've hit the nail on the head. They've done that very well. The complete opposite to a Chelsea, for example.
Thank you. Yeah. That was going to be my comparison.
Like it's almost like you've gone, right, this is what we shouldn't do. Let's do the opposite.
I mean, they did get slated last season for not bringing anybody in, but they didn't need to,
and they won the league.
They won the league. Yeah.
So they've obviously done something right.
Yeah, but a good point. Thanks for bringing it up.
Yeah, very good point. England lineup is out and Watkins starts, which is good to see.
Yeah, well, I did say he'll be there, so
You did. Yeah, heard it here first, people. Should have put some money on it. That kicks off in an hour and 15 minutes. I can hear my tea sizzling downstairs. So I'm going to bid you all a fantastic
Can
farewell.
you smell it?
I can, yeah, I can. And it's been one of those days, Mal. So I'm actually I'm yearning to get to the dinner table now. It's 6:45. No, appreciate everyone in the chat. Appreciate everyone who's been watching tonight. I know that should have been a Cherry AM. It was a Cherry PM. These things happen sometimes. So thank you.
They do indeed. They do indeed.
And obviously, always a big thank you to my co-host Malcolm, who joins me night, day, morning, whatever time I call upon him. So I appreciate that as well.
My pleasure, Ollie. Thanks for having me on.
Of course. Please, obviously, again, don't forget this one.
Up the Cherries in all departments has been nominated for the Best Club Content Creator for the Premier League. To vote, visit the link on screen. We thank you in advance for your support, and up the Cherries.
It's on tomorrow.
It's a good question. Matt and Paul from Oz.
Is he back?
I'm not
Is
sure.
he back home?
Maybe Matt and Darren. I don't know.
I am a clue.
It'll be a treat and a surprise for all of us to find out at 8:00.
I hope we don't get an early morning phone call.
Well, yeah, hopefully it's not, yeah. As long as it's not one of us, yeah.
Bye.
Again, guys, thank you very much for joining us. Please do tune in again tomorrow morning. We've got Cherry Picking that's coming out next week, I think, which will be an absolute banger. We don't have any football on this weekend, so no Cherry Slaps. But for now, up the Cherries. Have a fantastic evening and goodbye.
Up the Cherries. Ta-da.
TalkSport Fan Network.
The ultimate on-demand destination for the UK's best fan-led football podcasts.
Want authentic supporter insight on all things Bournemouth? Follow Up the Cherries in all departments on the TalkSport Fan Network.
Club-dedicated content created by the fans, for the fans.
Search TalkSport Fan Network.
I should be like you, Mel.